hang on, I've got to do it again. I cover so many different cases, yeah, and I cover some really sick crimes and I cover some horrific murders. However, you never see the other side going for a family in this way. We know, right? You don't rat yourself out. You don't rat, like you absolutely just do what you need to do. The criminal underworld means you don't go on social media. You don't gloat about things. You don't give people voice notes. You don't overly speak. You don't do those things. And every single one of the things that she said is now with the police and stuff. Like, it's with the courts. Like, you've talked about it extensively, even though you've not told the truth. You've said things like, oh, Mally returned to the apartment with the weapon. Like, Johnny offered to clean the weapon for him. He said he got a good shot. You've constantly talked about the day of the crime and being involved. However, you think you've said you're involved, but you're telling people different stories and they have all of them. Like, and that's a mad thing to me. If I was involved, if I was in Madison's situation, which I never would be because I'm not that girl, thank you, Becky, I would literally just stop. And I'd be like, I'm not going to give you anything to use as evidence. So if he is in prison, he's been arrested, I ain't even going on social media because I'm not going to give the family I'm not going to give them nothing. I'm not going to see them seeing me when I've got puffy eyes. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to literally do what I need to do to protect him, which is just to be quiet and give no one anything else. You know, that's fine, Tam. We've got Dawn Smith jumping on every single video. I would as well. Like, anyone would keep their head down. We've got Dawn Smith on every video going, wait till the truth comes out. Wait till the truth comes out. Wait till the truth comes out. Everyone's going to turn around on John George. Let me tell you, you have had 4 months to make up a truth. Thank you, Mia. Thank you for the subbing. You've had 4 months to make up a truth. Now, we don't for a second, meaning me and the family, don't think for a second that you're not going to come out and say something absolutely awful about John George in order to try and excuse what happened. We're ready for that. Like, these are who these people are. If this is what she's saying today, you know exactly what she's going to say about John George in order to make it look like that's why he died. Everyone's prepared for that. However, I have voice notes from when he was missing, when you say how much you like John George, how nice a guy he was, you were trying to cook for him, you were trying to clean for him, like, you really like this guy from back in Belfast. I have messages the other day from you saying, like, rest in peace, John, I just don't like his family. Thank you, Princess Faye. So you can't actually then try and turn him out to be a bad guy. And you said to me yesterday you didn't care if the family got justice and you hope they never get justice because you hate them, but that you were sad that John George had died that way. So why are you making videos like this today? Like, you are literally in such a dark place right now. Thank you, Emily. You've lost everything. And the only thing I can say is, like, you're losing the plot. You're absolutely losing the plot because you know you're at shit creek without a paddle. And what are you going to do? Yeah, Chris said it's not John. It's definitely not John. Yeah, literally. This is a girl who reposts stuff to try and make herself look like she's a gangster. But gangsters don't speak. Gangsters don't rap. The amount of times she's said in voice notes, this person from Belfast was involved, this person from Belfast was involved. Oh, no, Mally did this. No, Dan did this. Dan's this. Like, you're a rat. You're a rat. And the only thing about you being a rat is Johnny is ratted. And he has dragged so many names into this. Scary, scary, scary names. Now he's got to go and sit in jail with that person's people. But you brought him up. No one else did. You thought you were never going to get caught. But when your voice note in the family said, I think it was this person, I think it was the Russians, I think it was that person, you're going to have to go to jail with those same people that you said did this. And I can't wait for you to see them. Thank you, Jasper. Thank you, Leah. And there's also, like, when you think the only enemies you're making while you're putting these videos up is the George family, they're grieving. They don't give a fuck what you say. They don't care if you say the worst things, because no matter what you say, they still haven't got John. So they're in a dark place. They don't need you to say nothing. But everyone else in Belfast, everyone else in Spain, everyone else is seeing what you're saying and what you're doing. And they live where you are. It's a very stupid game to play. Especially when you haven't even got Johnny and the arms protecting you. You've got nothing. You're now heading back into Spain. Hi, Jason. Shut up. You can't even spell shut up, man. Get out of it. Go and eat a dictionary. You are playing a very dangerous game in a situation where you're heading back to Spain for Loverboy, where Mally lives. Mally, the arms dealer, who you accused of murder. Mally's heard all the voice notes where you've said it was him. My fear wouldn't be the George family.